Grade 8 learners. Welcome back to Physical Education and Health 8, Quarter 1, Weeks 5 and 6, under the MAPEH curriculum. Today, we'll explore an exciting part of our lesson, striking and fielding games, where you'll learn how to apply important game strategies to become better players, smarter teammates, and more tactical thinkers. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our learning videos. Learning competency. You are expected to perform physical activities by applying the principles and concepts of striking and fielding games to solve tactical problems for active living. Our learning objectives for this lesson are: first, you will learn how to demonstrate effective positioning strategies that will help your team perform better during striking and fielding games. Second, you will apply important principles of scoring and preventing scoring, and learn how to switch between offensive and defensive roles smoothly and effectively. And third, you will strengthen your ability to communicate and collaborate with your teammates by using your understanding of game dynamics, especially how people and objects move and relate to each other in a game to reach a common goal. Are you ready to play smarter, move better, and work as a team? Let's get started! Our content for this week's lesson is physical activity participation through striking and fielding games. These are fun and exciting games that help us move more, think smart, and work as a team. Focus game skills. This week, we'll focus on two important areas: game concepts, which include positioning, relationship with people, relationship with objects. Game principles you'll learn and apply are scoring, preventing scoring, restarting play, play and transition. These concepts and principles will help you analyze game situations, solve tactical problems, and enjoy physical activity more effectively. Let's dive into each one in the next part of the video. Stay focused, and let's have fun while learning. Let's start with a quick and fun activity to activate your prior knowledge. In each round, I will show you a picture of a striking or fielding game. Look carefully and try to guess the name of the game before time runs out. The student who correctly guesses the name of the game may receive a small prize, or just the joy of being awesome. After each round, we'll have a short review and discussion about the game shown. Round 1. Take a moment to think. Can you guess the name of this game? If you said Shatong, you're correct. Can you tell about Shatong? Round 2. Time to guess again. What game is this? If you answered Pukpak Palayak, you got it right. What is Pukpak Palayak? Great job, everyone! This activity helps us recall what we already know about striking and fielding games. These games are fun, strategic, and full of action. Now that we've warmed up our minds, let's learn more through observation. In this part of the lesson, we will watch a video that shows how striking and fielding games are played. Watch closely how players use positioning, apply strategies to score and defend, and how they communicate as a team to succeed. You can watch it by clicking the link. You may also scan the QR code shown on your screen to access the video. Feel free to pause, rewind, or replay the video to help you understand better. After watching, answer the question found in the next slide. All right, class. Let us now move on to unlocking content vocabulary. These are important terms you will often hear in striking and fielding games like baseball or softball. Inning. A segment of the game consisting of two halves, where each team gets a turn to bat and a turn to field. A standard softball game has 7 innings. In simple terms, an inning is one round where both teams take turns to hit and defend. Strike zone. The area over home plate between the batter's knees and shoulders where a pitch must pass to be called a strike if the batter does not swing. This is the space where a pitch should go for it to count as a strike. If it's outside this area, it's usually called a ball. Bunt. A batting technique where the batter lightly taps the ball into play without swinging the bat fully, often to advance a runner. A bunt is a gentle hit used to surprise the defenders and help a teammate move to the next base. Double play. A defensive play in which 2 offensive players are put out because of continuous action. This happens when the fielders are quick enough to get 2 players out in one play. It's a powerful move for the defense. Steal. When a base runner advances to the next base while the pitcher is delivering the ball to home plate. Stealing a base means running to the next base without waiting for the ball to be hit. It's a risky but exciting move. Now that we've unlocked important vocabulary, let's move on to subtopic 1, positioning, relationship with people, and relationship with objects. In striking and fielding games like softball or baseball, it's important to understand not just how to hit or catch, but also where to position yourself, how to relate to your teammates, and how to interact with objects like the ball and bat. To help us understand these better, we will do an activity using Learning Activity Sheet number 2, Double Matching Type. In this activity, you will be asked to complete 2 sets of matching tasks. First, match the image of the equipment with its correct description. Please remember that the equipment shown in this activity is just a sample. There are other tools and accessories used in striking and fielding games, depending on the role of the player. You may pause the video while answering. Take your time. The next slide will show the correct answers. Please click pause if you are not done yet. Be honest and finish the activity on your own before checking your answers. Then, match the role of the player with its correct description. Remember to pause the video after answering number 10. The next slide will reveal the correct answers. Take your time and be honest in completing the activity before checking. Now let us take a quick look at the history of softball. The name softball was first used in the year 1926. It was coined by Walter Hakenson of the YMCA during a meeting of the National Recreation Congress. Before the term softball became common, the sport was called by many names such as indoor baseball, kitten ball, diamond ball, mush ball, and pumpkin ball. By the year 1930, the name softball had spread throughout the United States. However, different versions of the sport with different rules and names were also being played in various places, including Canada. To bring unity to the sport, the Joint Rules Committee on Softball was formed in 1934. This group created standardized rules and official naming used across the United States. Unfortunately, in the year 2005, during the 117th meeting of the International Olympic Committee held in Singapore, the committee voted to remove both softball and baseball from the list of official Olympic sports for the 2012 Summer Olympic Games. Here are the dates to remember. Let us now watch a video that will help us understand more about the game. The title of the video is Fielding Positions in Softball. You may watch it by clicking the link below, or you can scan the QR code shown on your screen. Feel free to pause, rewind, or replay the video to better understand each player's position and role. What is softball? Softball is a fun team sport that involves strategy, teamwork, and physical activity. A fun team sport with 2 teams, each having at least 9 players. Each team takes turns batting and fielding to score runs and get outs. Teams score runs by hitting the softball. The batter tries to hit the ball pitched by the opposing team, running around the bases. After hitting the ball, the player runs to first, second, third base, and then back to home, crossing the home plate. Once a player reaches home plate, their team scores 1 run. Game format. A game has 7 innings. That means the game is divided into 7 main segments or rounds. Each inning has 2 halves. Each team gets a turn to bat and to field in every inning. Top half, one team is fielding. In the first part of the inning, one team plays defense on the field. Bottom half, teams switch roles. In the second part, they switch. The fielding team becomes the batting team. Fielding team. Positions, 9 total. Pitcher, catcher, first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop, left fielder, center fielder, and right fielder. Now, let's talk about what the batting team does. Sets a batting order. Players take turns hitting the ball based on a pre-decided order. First batter stands at the home plate. This is where the batter starts and where they aim to return to score. pitcher throws the ball underhand. In softball, the ball is pitched with an underhand motion. Batter tries to hit the ball into fair territory. They aim to hit the ball into the playable area to reach base safely. Batter's goal. The batter has one goal: hit the ball and make it around the bases. Hit the ball and run to as many bases as possible. The farther they go, the better the chance to score a run. Avoid being tagged out to stay safe on a base. If they're tagged before reaching a base, they're out. Ways a batter can be out. Ball is hit in the air and caught by a fielder before it hits the ground. This is called a flyout. If caught, the batter is out. Batter misses the pitch 3 times, strikeout. If the batter swings and misses 3 times, they are out. Batter hits the ball and is tagged by a fielder while running between bases. If tagged before reaching the next base, the runner is out. Ending a half inning. Each team's turn ends when they get 3 outs. When the fielding team gets 3 outs, the half inning ends. Once 3 batters or runners are out, the teams switch roles. Batters become fielders and vice versa. Winning the game. After 7 full innings, the team with the most runs wins the game. The team that scores the most runs after all innings are played is declared the winner. Now, let's talk about the roles, descriptions, and skills needed for each player. Each player has a special job and set of skills that help the team succeed. Pitcher. The pitcher throws the ball to the batter, aiming to get strikes and prevent hits. This player controls the game's pace and starts every play. The pitcher needs a strong arm, accuracy, mental toughness, and quick reflexes. Catcher. The catcher receives pitches from the pitcher, stops stolen bases, and fields bunts. They also help decide which pitch to throw next. A catcher must have a strong arm, fast reflexes, good communication, and confidence under pressure. First baseman. This player fields balls hit near first base and catches throws from other infielders to get outs. They are key in completing plays at first base. The first baseman needs good catching ability, quick reflexes, and strong defensive skills. Second baseman. This player covers the area between first and second base. They help turn double plays and cover the base during steals. Agility, quick reflexes, and accurate throwing are important skills for a second baseman. Shortstop. The shortstop plays between second and third base. They also cover second base during steals and help with double plays. This role requires a strong arm, fast reflexes, and great instincts in defense. Third baseman. This player guards third base and fields hard-hit balls. They also make long throws to first base. A third baseman needs quick reaction time, a strong arm, and solid defensive skills. Left fielder. The left fielder covers the left side of the outfield and backs up third base. They throw the ball back to the infield quickly. They need speed, a strong arm, and good catching skills. Center fielder. This player covers the most ground in the outfield. They also back up the left and right fielders. Speed, a strong arm, and top-level catching ability are a must. Right fielder. The right fielder covers the right side of the outfield and backs up first base. They often make long throws to third base. A right fielder must have speed, reliable catching, and a powerful arm. Batter and base runner. The batter's job is to hit the ball and get on base or bring in runs. Once on base, they become a base runner. Batters need good hand-eye coordination and smart hitting skills. Base runners need speed, awareness, and smart decisions when running the bases. Do you have any questions about the positions? Type them in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Now, let's move on to Activity 3. Player positions. Using Learning Activity Sheet 2, write the name of each player and mark their approximate location on the field using coordinates. After completing the activity, we will practice by imitating the correct positioning of each player on the field. Let us now proceed to Subtopic 2. Scoring, preventing scoring, restart, play, and transition. Let's begin by watching a video about how scoring works in softball. You can click the link or scan the QR code to watch the video. After watching, I'll ask a few questions to check your understanding, so listen carefully. Now, let's talk about how players score and how the game flows. First, scoring runs. A player scores a run when they go around all 4 bases: first base, second base, third base, and finally home plate. They can move to the next base by hitting the ball, getting a walk, or because of an error from the other team. Second, home runs. If a batter hits the ball over the outfield fence in fair territory, that's called a home run. The batter and any runners on base get to score. Third, innings. A softball game has 7 innings. Each inning has 2 parts. In the top half, the visiting team bats. In the bottom half, the home team bats. The team with the most runs at the end wins. If the score is tied, extra innings are played until there's a winner. Fourth, outs. Each team can get 3 outs per half inning. An out can happen in different ways. It can be a strikeout. That's 3 strikes. It can be a flyout, when a player catches the ball before it touches the ground. Or it can be a tagout, when a player is tagged while they're off the base. Fifth, walks and hits. A batter can get to first base by being walked. This happens when the pitcher throws 4 balls. Or the batter can hit the ball and safely reach a base without getting out. Sixth, errors. Sometimes fielders make mistakes. These mistakes are called errors. An error happens when a defensive player misplays the ball. Because of this, the batter or base runners can move to extra bases. Errors don't count as hits, but they can affect the score. That's it for the basic scoring rules in softball. All right, softball stars, let us do Activity 4, Situational Scrimmage. Today, you will apply what you've learned by practicing scoring strategies in different game situations. Let's start with the objective. Our goal is to improve your decision-making in real-time play, whether you're on offense or defense. Here's what you need: softball equipment, like bats, balls, gloves, and bases, cones or markers to set up your field, and a scorecard or whiteboard to track runs and outs. Now let's set up. First, split into 2 teams. Assign positions to each player. Second, we'll go over the basic rules again, especially how scoring and base running work. Third, we'll prepare a few game scenarios for your teams to play out. Here are some sample scenarios. Number 1, bases loaded with 2 outs. Number 2, runner on second base with 1 out. Number 3, no runners on base with no outs. Now here's how it works. Step 1, the teacher presents a scenario to the class. For example, there are runners on first and third with 1 out. Step 2, the teams act out the situation. The offensive team tries to score runs. The defensive team tries to stop them. Step 3, after each play, switch roles. Everyone gets to be on both offense and defense. Step 4, discuss. What worked? What didn't? What can be improved? Let's wrap it up with some discussion points. Number 1, why is smart base running important? When should you take risks? Number 2, which hitting techniques help you advance runners? For example, bunting. Number 3, how does team communication and positioning prevent scoring? Remember, this activity is not just about winning. It's about thinking smart, reacting fast, and working as a team. Now, get ready. Let's play ball. All right, class. For our next activity, let's reflect and express what we've learned in a fun and creative way. This is Activity 5, Player Positions. Learners' takeaways. I want you to draw yourself in the role or player position you would like to take on in a softball game. Make sure your drawing shows the correct position, the proper attire, and a pose that fits your role. Are you a fast outfielder, a strong first baseman, or maybe a quick and strategic pitcher? Imagine yourself playing that role and show it through your drawing. Now, let's move on to Activity 6, Reflection on Learning, Journal Writing. Take out your journals or a clean sheet of paper. Think about everything you've learned during our softball lesson. Then, answer the following prompts. First, how did I learn the concepts that I now know? Was it through the videos, the group activities, or by doing it yourself? Second, what should I do to learn the concepts I am having trouble learning? Is there anything you still find challenging? What's your plan to get better? And finally, if I am going to be a professional player, what is the perfect role for me? And what should I do to be good at it? Take your time to write thoughtful and honest answers. This is your chance to think like a real athlete and reflect on your growth. Once you're done, we'll take time to share some of your insights with the class. Let's get started. For our final activity today, it's formative assessment time. Let's check what you've learned so far with Activity 7. Short quiz. Here are the instructions. Read each question carefully. For every question, you need to choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answers clearly on your answer sheet or in your notebook. You may pause the video and take your time reading and answering each question carefully. When you're done, just press play to move to the next item. There will be 10 questions. After number 10, the correct answers will be revealed on the next slide. So, be honest, do your best, and no peeking. Let's begin! Wraps up our lesson for this week. I hope you had as much fun learning as I did teaching you. If you learned something new today, give yourself a high five. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss our next awesome episode. Until next time, stay curious, stay active, and keep shining. Bye for now.